side. Hi guys. Because of all the rain, I hope that this live will go good. So here are my seed packets that I just created. So with the seed packets, you have my company name here, A New Day Harvesting LLC. You have the heirloom open pollinated, and then you have the name Marigold, and then the type, and then the number of seeds in there. All right. I just did this. This is a DIY. As well as we have all of the information on how to grow this marigold from seed. All right. So I love growing from seed. Okay. When I discovered that I can grow my fruits and vegetables from seed and be successful at it, I found that to be the best way. Now, the only thing is that I still have to learn how to really grow from seed are like my fruit trees. But other than that, I grow everything from seed. And so everything that I grow is an heirloom variety. Everything that I sell is an heirloom variety, which simply means that it's been grown for at least 20 to 50 years. So right now I have to do the website tonight because I was using WhatsApp in order to communicate with customers, and customers are like, I need to make it easier for them to do checkout instead of having to go back and forth. So I respect that. So right now, just doing marigolds first. These are all marigolds that I grew and that I seed saved. So I am a licensed seed dealer here in Winder, Georgia. So yeah, everything that I use in my garden is what I am shipping. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're having a great night. Right now I'm just getting ready to ship these out. Again, I got two different types. So right now I I created my own seed packets. Okay. Using this cardstock, and I have a bunch of seeds here that I have to. These are all the seeds from my collection that I have left. So right now I have to put them, just make them a little bit more professional, until I'm able to have a budget and scale up. But right now, yeah, this is what my seed packet looks like. You guys can see. Right now, again, I'm doing marigolds. So I had initially printed out two different types. So I printed out this right here, and then this size. As you can see, you guys let me know. So I'm gonna try two different ones to ship out. You guys let me know what you prefer. So on the back here, I give you all the information on how to grow them, right? So marigolds are an annual flower, which means that they come once a year, right? And then they die off. So the best thing, and I'm just reading right off the packet just to help you out, right? So it takes 50 to 70 days to grow. It needs full sun, all right? So when you the type of soil that I use I have clay soil, right? And so marigold is like a 6.8 to 7.9 pH. I use bone meal and blood meal in order to raise my pH. Okay, so I mix up the soil with blood meal and bone meal to help the pH to increase. Then, as you can see, what these marigold seeds look like. All right, You literally just take your marigold seeds, put them in your amended soil. Okay. They need to they germinate in warm weather. Okay. So they need warm weather. And then they take about, let me see, about 5 to 10 days to germinate, but they take a long time to flower. All right. So they take you about, I would say about maybe 30 days, 45 days to flower, to get the first flowers. But nevertheless, it's simple, easy. Typically with marigolds, once you put them in the soil, they will automatically, you won't even have to worry about them. They'll just start sprouting up, and you'll start to see. I think I posted them I have an example on my page. So if you guys go over to my page and look at the post that I posted, you'll see the flowers that I have. So I have zinnias, I have sunflowers, and marigolds. So those are my three flowers that I love so far. But yeah, simple, easy. And again, I grow marigolds. So what I grow on my farm is what you guys will be receiving, as well as what you see on my page. So very simple, easy. And if you have any questions, again, you just refer to the back of the packet and just follow it step by step. Hope I answered your question. But really quick, y'all let me know which packet would you, if you were getting this and ordering these today, right? Does it matter the size? Would you prefer a certain size? Would you prefer the smaller size? Would you prefer the larger size? Which one would you prefer? And they're about the size of, this is my hand, okay, and this is how it looks, versus this one. Does it matter? Does it matter? You guys let me know if it matters or not. But yeah, so this is one down. I'm still going to do these. And I just like to encourage people. Like, I'm a small business owner. I am a small farmer. I am a backyard farmer. And I started where I'm at. You guys see me. I'm not a large scale commercial company. I am a small scale company. Okay. So I still didn't make an excuse for myself. I still want to provide people with high quality products, and I figured out a way to do so. So I encourage you all out there, whether you're interested in gardening and you want to move from gardening to farming, actually selling products that you produce, start where you are, okay? Walmart has a great selection of like craft materials. Okay, so I brought this cardstock right here from Walmart. All right, and you can do it, and just watch yourself grow. You'll just continue to grow. All right, so this one is done. We are finished with this one. Getting ready to package this one up. Now, I love marigolds because marigolds, first of all, they have okay, wait, let me rewind. The marigolds that I currently have right now in the garden are African marigolds. Now, with these French double dwarf, they don't smell as potent as the African marigolds, all right? The African marigolds, that's the ones that I really can't wait to be able to share with you guys because they have a very pungent smell. And when I tell you the repellent that they give off, my tomatoes are doing amazing. Okay. This one, they do amazing as well. It's just the problem is this type of marigold, the French double dwarf marigold, is more for your containers. Hi guys, welcome in. So the French dwarf marigold, right, is more for like container gardening. It's more for like shorter plants. Things like what do I have right now? Like your beets, your strawberries, What else do I have thinking about what I have in my containers? Beets, strawberries, I have onions, carrots, those type of things, right? So that is what, because it's a shorter marigold. All right. So this marigold is perfect, all right, for container gardening, all right, for shorter plants. Hi, welcome in. So this is what I recommend, and I gotta make sure I put that in the description when I do my website tonight. So you guys will be able to know what your French dwarf, double dwarf marigolds are for. All right. Again, container garden, shorter plants, etc. All right. Now, like I said, for the taller plants, you want to use something like your African marigolds because they grow very tall and they grow more bushy. Again, I think I have a picture on my page, so you guys can go on my page and look at the page in the post, the community section, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alrighty. So again, these are all the marigolds that I grow in my garden. And all I do is I save them, seed save them. And then too, as a licensed seed dealer, before I ever grow anything in my garden, I have to make sure that I told you guys it's heirloom varieties and that the company is reputable because I do not use anything that is grown in pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. Okay. That is very important. All right. So with my seeds, they have to be, truly organic. Truly organic. Because the only thing that I use in my personal garden is bone meal and blood meal as far as fertilizer. I don't use any pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides. And I know a lot of people don't like to do that, but I'm just one that you're going to have to work in the garden. It's just as simple as that. If you want great tasting food, fresh tasting food, and you'll notice the difference. When you purchase my okra seeds, I want you guys to compare the okra that you get from the okra that you grow from me to the okra that is in the markets. I promise you, you will never want to buy okra that is in the grocery stores anymore. And it happens to me all the time. People say it all the time. It's a complete difference. Okay? So just make sure that you are buying high quality seeds. Okay? I provide high quality seeds. And the reason that they are high quality seeds is because um, they have been around for 20 or more years, as well as they are open pollinated. Okay? No fungicides, no herbicides, no pesticide, none of the sides. All right? And two, I am a gardener just like you. So I feed my kids this food. So I'm not going to provide you with anything that I myself do not use. Okay. So I use everything that I post. All right. The website will be up tonight. I have to ship out these marigolds, but I will have the website up tonight. I'll probably go live Thursday night again to kind of let you guys know that we are live. And you'll get to order your fall collection. So again, right now I have to separate. I'll show you guys how marigold seeds are saved. That's what I got to show you guys. I'll show you guys that. Because right now what I'm having to do is separate the flower from the seed, and I'm having to do it by hand. All right. So yes, there are processors out there, but I like to do everything by hand just to assure that I'm eating everything. I'm not missing anything that is in there. So with the French double dwarf marigolds, all right, they come in different colors. So you're gonna have them in orange. Okay. And then you're going to have them in yellow. So they both come two different colors. All right. So at what point, which is going to produce first, you don't really know. I mean, honestly, they just end up popping up. All right. And so then from there, right, with the flower, okay, the flower looks like this. All right. The seeds, I don't want to put it on my laptop because it's hard to get it out. The seeds are actually wrapped. Let me see if y'all can see. The seeds are actually, if you see where these black little lines are, that is actually the marigold seed. So that's the end. All right. That is the part that is connected to the flower. So when it dies like this. So that's how you know the black end is actually the part that connects to the stem. All right. So that'll be the part that you put in the ground. But you really don't have to with marigolds. You could just sprinkle them on the soil, cover them, and they'll do their own thing. But again, so all I do is I just take, and this is for you. You can seed save, okay? Yes, I am a licensed seed dealer. And the reason I became a licensed seed dealer is to be able to save seeds for the generations to come. All right. To provide high quality seeds, to constantly study the seeds, to constantly testing, because that's another thing. You have to test your seeds. You want to make sure they have the correct purity, no weeds, and etc. All right. So I go through all of that. You know, I'm a scientist. I love research. Okay. So you just take it, you open it up. This is where the flower was, you know. And so you just pull this off. All right. And so you have some seeds that are on there. You see that black end? All right. That is what's connected. And that's the beauty about flowers. Flowers always give you your many seeds, many seeds. All right. And then we just separate them. So all the seeds here. Now, could I separate the orange from the yellow? I could, but they still will probably produce or yellow. Okay. Because that is their genetic makeup. All right. So we make sure that we have all of that. Nothing else is left in there. All right. And then I'm going to pull the yellow. And just for purposes, I'm actually going to separate this yellow. Again, I've already packed up one. I have like 40 more to go. I have so many seeds to pack. Did I already put some in here? No. So, and the card stock is, I think it comes with like 60 pages. So if you are interested in just seed saving for yourself, you get you some, because you want to save seeds in cardboard, some type of carbon material. All right. So you save seeds in carbon material. That way they'll have a better storage life. All right. So just separating them, making sure that they're good. Then once I clear this out, I'm going to have to separate them again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I'm Ashley. I'm a licensed seed dealer here in Georgia. Appreciate everybody who's stopping by, because you are appreciated. Oh, I'm leaving some seeds behind. Can you imagine, like, seeds? This is the key to life. Seeds are the key to life, for real. So if somebody isn't caring about sustainability or care for the future, we are doomed. All right. And flowers are equally as important in the garden because they help us deter pests. They help pests have a place to go. All right. So I hope you guys can see me. Let me see. How do I get this off the screen? Let's see. All right, it's okay. So it's a little tedious task. It's very tedious. Like, but in the coming years, I'm not gonna say next year because I have to get a tractor next year. I'm definitely gonna get a processor to help me process these seeds faster. Because like with the okra, I know that's gonna be a whole because I have so many okra right now. I think I have 244 okra plants, maybe more growing outside. I have to recount because I did plant some more. So we'll have a variety. We'll have okra seeds, we'll have cucumbers. A lot of the times I only grow things just for seed because I don't eat a lot like tomatoes. My family don't even eat tomatoes like that. We eat tomato paste, so I'll grow things because I do want to get into learning how to make different paste. But yeah, we don't eat like tomatoes like that. However, a lot of people do. So I grow tomatoes just to be able to provide you guys with high quality seeds. So having to pack these. So I guess I should have separated these first, but I wasn't even thinking about separating them. I'm just like, because it's just a lot of work. So I'll separate first, then I'll pack. Separate, then pack. The another thing that I have to do as well is I have to count. So I have to count and see how many seeds I have, and then I have to document. Gotta keep, gotta be a great record keeper. Great record keeping. Alrighty, bye day. Almost done with this. Again, this is the what is this again? The French double dwarf marigolds. So this is your shorter marigolds that I'm currently separating. All right, and I want you guys to think of it as short. The dwarf is for shorter plants. So we want a companion plant. Not really, because I don't companion plant. But we want to plant these French double dwarf marigolds with shorter plants. All right. So we use them as a pest deterrent. I mean, they look nice. They look real nice in the garden. Don't get me wrong, but they have great beneficial properties when it comes to being a pest deterrent. So we want to make sure that we grow the right one, and we want to make sure that we choose the right one for our growing needs. All right. So on my website, I'll explain a lot more to kind of help you guys make your decision about which seeds would be the best for you. All right. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should put like a tailored seed collection for you. I just might do that on the website. But a tailored seed because I don't think a lot of people, I think when a lot of people order their seeds, they don't understand um they could be growing the wrong seeds. Like you wouldn't need to grow an African marigold next to carrots. Like that thing will grow almost like 5 feet tall, you know. And you want to consider, it'll shade your plant. Now, granted, carrots can deal with some shade, but I'm just using that as an example. All right, these look good. What is this? All right, so those are those. Those are those. This is this. All right, this is this. So we got the shell. We got all of these out. My day has been so long because creating these seed packets, first of all, is the hardest thing, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Trying to find the information out there is very difficult. And then my Cricut machine does not want to cut these packets. It's saying that the image resolution would be blurry. So I'm having to do everything by hand. All right. But nevertheless, it's worth it. It's worth it. It brings me joy that I'm providing high quality seeds to the world. And I'm doing it from where I am today. All right. So I have to count all of these up. All right. To see how many we have. And to make it easier, I'm going to tally them. Then from tallying them, making sure, because each packet will have 10 seeds per packet. All right. And they will be sold for $3.99. All right. So these seeds are $3.99. Okay. Again, these are heirloom variety seeds. They are open pollinated. Um, no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides used in growing these things. Now, this is not the only one. I still have more. And what I do is I just take them in if I have an extra packet, because I ain't have no empty packets on me. So I just put them in this spinach little packet. And now this is my personal. I brought these, and these are I wanted to see how they grow, but they do not grow well. Like those are for in-ground gardening or open pollinated. Some of those like Dollar Tree seeds are not good when you're growing outdoors. So I have tons and tons of seeds here. All right. Tons of seeds. Still counting because I have more outdoors that are getting ready to be ready to pull. So many marigolds. But again, if you want a truly organic garden, I'm telling you, you do not need pesticides, herbicides. Now, the one thing you will have to do is you will have to hand weed. All right. If you're new to this or not familiar and you see that, the weeds are getting out of control, you got to hand weed. And if you want high quality, high yields, you're going to have to plant your flowers. All right. Flowers, onions, garlics. Flowers, onions, garlics. I stand by that. I stand out. I don't sell onion bulbs, nor do I sell onion seeds. I usually just regrow them in my garden. But see, this is a yellow one. I mean, an orange one. But they grew on the same same plant. Alrighty. So again, we have to count all of these. And as I think as I'm putting them inside of the seed packets, I'll count. Well, no, because I won't know how many seed packets I need. So that's okay. That is okay. We are almost done with this. I probably am not going to finish all of this tonight. But it's like, whew, it's been raining a whole lot here. And I have a whole bunch of mulch that I got to put out. Because I know once it rains like this, we're going to have a drought. And that's usually how it happens. Like when you get a ton of rain, I'm talking about here in Georgia, you get a ton of rain, and then boom, you don't have any rain for weeks. And so what I do is to keep it from using city water, because with rainwater, you have to get tested. I live in city limits, so I have a small farm right here in city limits, and there are a lot of rules that you have to follow. So you can't have rainwater unless your rainwater is tested. But then that's you got to have a whole setup. It becomes, yeah, like it's not worth it for me right now. Again, I'm getting ready to get a tractor. So I'm putting all my money into tractoring, because this right here, you see how I have to spend time doing this, and I have to spend time mulching. Like, a lot of people want to go and get all of these acres of land, but I guarantee you, unless you have all of the equipment, you will be wasting your time. You will have all of that land and will not be able to work it because you do not have the tools or the resources to do so. So I always advise people to start small, start where you are. I was one of those people who wanted to go big, because I look at my great grandparents and how they died with 100. They had 100 acres when they passed and left us. But now it's like, oh no, I don't want 100 acres right now. I can't even manage one. It's so hard, like, especially when you don't have a tractor or skid steers, or you need row coverage. You got to figure out the watering. You got to plant, And one thing about planting, right? So whenever you do your garden planting, it's very important that you sow all of your seeds at one time, meaning the same day. All right. So you want, especially things like marigolds. If you're going to sow marigolds, all of these, sow them the same day. Don't sow them on separate days. All right. And you want to sow these generally first. All right. So you're going to sow all of your flowers first. All right. And if you're starting indoors and then moving outdoors, start those marigolds early. Don't wait till later. All right. Now, I think I've only had about 5 maybe. And right now, looking at this, I probably have like 300 marigold seeds. So they produce quite a lot. All right. And especially my zinnias. On Thursday, we'll talk about zinnias because that's my next flower. And then we'll have sunflowers coming up. We'll talk a lot about sunflowers. Sunflowers are an amazing flower. That is one of the only flowers that if their leaves are attacked, like on the stems, they can still grow and pop. So, all right. So I think I'm almost done with this. Probably got like a few little straggling ones. Again, this is the French double dwarf marigold. All right. So it's the shorter marigolds. And we typically use these for like shorter plants or gardening or container gardening. All right. Because they don't get as tall. All righty. That one looks dried out. That one is not nothing. This is nothing. All right. We're not wasting any seeds. We're trying to get all the seeds that we can, okay? We don't want to waste no seed or leave no seed behind. Who was that? That's you, Zay? Trying to see. Make sure my dogs didn't get out. Because my dogs be trying to. When you have Rottweilers, they love to climb. All right. 35 minutes. All right, guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.